Sometimes the Rabbanit runs the auctions in the Beit Knesset. She's the only brave person in the room. And this was one of her introductions many years ago on High Holidays. So I'm going to tell you a story before I tell you the Rabbanit story. Every year it comes High Holidays, we run auctions in the Beit Knesset. What kind of auctions? Baruch Hashem, we all want to help the Kehillah, and we all put our hands together to help. And it happens to be also that there are guests that come for Chagim. We don't want to start fighting why you give this person an honor, that person an honor. So we let everyone bid on these auctions. You would say it's only the people who have money are the ones who win the bids. You'll see that a beautiful thing about our Kehillah is that in the Kehillah, there are always people outbidding each other. And whoever wins, once they got their first kibud, if it was the first day of Rosh Hashanah, and now they won 3, 4, 5, 6 more auctions on Yom Kippurim, Sukkot, Simchat Torah, they always hand out to their friends. Everybody shares with everybody. Hey, it's something very special. Very special midot that come out in people here. And so it's something we do because we close our doors and we're a small Kehillah anyway, so nobody gets the wrong feeling walking to the Beit Knesset when there's an auction. Happens to be that whoever was running our auctions back in the day didn't show up on the Chagim, and we needed someone to step into their place. I don't touch money in the Kehillah. A few other people attempted to run auctions. Everybody had their own talents, and auctioning was not one of them. And it was a really tight place. I think it was Rosh Hashanah right before COVID. And at a certain point, turned to the Rabbanit and said, Devara, please, if you could just get up and run the auction. So here's exactly what the Rabbanit did. She got up and walked to the men's section. I wish you could see how small this room is. It's not a big room. I needed to understand that the men's section is right here, and the women's section is right here. Okay, you must understand how the room looks. She walked all the way from the ladies section and came here to the men's section, and she ran the auction. After Tefillah, there was an Israeli couple that was visiting here from Ohio, and they were in tears. They were so emotional. Rabbi, we need to talk to you. We just want to share with the both of you. We can't believe we've come to such a special community where the Rabbanit is allowed to stand up in front of the community, and she says jokes, and she tells stories, and she auctions things out. It's so special to see people that are so forward-thinking. They were crying. They were so emotional. And the Rabbanit took the lead in that conversation. But at a certain point, I had to explain to people that in a normal community, these kind of conversations aren't conversations. What do I mean by a normal community? In a normal community, listen, we sit separately. I'm not going to pretend to you that we don't. That's how we pray. That's how we understand how Halakha wants us to pray. But the rest of everything that we do here, we are all friends with each other. We are all family with each other. We are all part of the same community. We all know what each other looks like. We all know who is married to who. We all know whose kids are whose. And in a normal society, normal people can interact normally without over-sexualizing or making things perverse or crazy. And the fact that the Rabbanit, who is like the mother of the community, would stand up in front of the community and talk to them was not anything that anybody even batted an eyelid about unless they came from outside of the community, where clearly it's unheard of or it's unimaginable that a woman would stand up in front of the community. If there is a community where a woman would stand up in front of the community, it must be out of some agenda to put a woman in front of the community. And here it's just something that would happen so naturally and so normally. It was a little bit surprising, but that was how the Rabbanit became our temporary auctioneer.